At 10:30, stunning news regarding the health of RFK Jr., the son of Bobby Kennedy, who is running as an independent for the President of the United States, and it involves a worm in his brain. Kennedy says that he was experiencing severe memory loss and mental fog in 2010 and consulted neurologists, and that's when they found the parasite.
And that's not all. Bobby Kennedy Jr. also says he suffers from mercury poisoning that he believes was a result of eating too much tuna. Samantha Cortese live in the news center with the shocking disclosures and what it all may mean for Kennedy's health. Sam.
Mike and Cher, it sounds sensational, but we spoke with a neurologist tonight who is confident the worm is not what caused that brain fog or memory loss, but rather something else many of us consume on a regular basis. Independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says he has a dead worm in his brain. At face value, sounds like a problem. But neurosurgeon Dr. Ali Mesiwala, chief of neurosurgery with Dignity Health St. Bernardine, has seen this time and time again.
Called a pork tapeworm. It's also called neurocysticercosis. And it's a really common parasite the world over. And so for most people, 99% of people who have these things, they never know they have it.
Yes, calcified dead tapeworms in our brains are not uncommon. Dr. Mesiwala says while he has not treated or seen RFK Jr.'s brain scan, the worm is probably a pork tapeworm, which come from eating undercooked foods like pork and fish.
You consume it, you don't realize it. It grows in your body, gets to your brain, and then it does its thing, which is really not to cause you any symptoms. But eventually these things die. When they die, your body walls them off, calcifies them as a scar tissue, and then it can cause irritation and seizures, but typically not brain fog or memory problems.
The revelation about RFK Jr. came from a deposition from 12 years ago while going through a divorce from his first wife. He said he had brain fog and memory loss that resulted in loss of income. After his uncle, Senator Edward Kennedy, died of a brain tumor, RFK Jr. went to neurosurgeons for help. An MRI showed a small dark spot.
A small little nodule, something of the size of a pea or smaller. So it's a really tiny little thing when we do take it out. You know, there are a lot of things that could cause difficulties with memory, but this is classically not one of them.
At the time, RFK Jr. was diagnosed with mercury poisoning, most likely from ingesting too much fish containing dangerous heavy metal. Dr. Mesiwala's professional opinion, that was the source of any neurological disruption, not the worm. Mr. Kennedy also suffers from a neurological disorder that impacts his vocal cords, but not his cognition.
In this particular case, for people who are supporting Mr. Kennedy, they should be confident that he does not have a worm in his brain that's destroying things that will make it difficult for him to lead if that's what happens.
The candidate is certainly confident, posting on X, "I offer to eat 5 more brain worms and still beat President Trump and President Biden in a debate. I feel confident of the result, even with a 6-worm handicap." The good doctor said he expects people will go to their doctor after seeing this, worried about a headache, for example, after eating pork or fish. He stressed that in 99% of these cases, there are no seizures, no signs of this even existing in the brain, and that dead little worm will probably just live in your noggin forever. In the news center, Samantha Cortese, KTLA 5 News.